Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Detroit Lions coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Cincinnati Bengals taking on the NFC champions, the Detroit Lions. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The CD, the Bengals, they're back for the second time in 3 years, looking for that first ever Super Bowl title.
Can you believe they're 0-3 in the big game? 2 losses to the Niners in the 80s, 2 really tough ones, and a loss to the Rams in 2022. Their motivation, sky high. They're ready to bring that first title back to Cincinnati.
Meanwhile, for the Lions, it might be a state holiday in Michigan tomorrow if they can pull this one off. Their first ever Super Bowl appearance as they try to win their first NFL title since 1957.
Oh, I love how you announce. I love how you like to govern as well. A state holiday? Absolutely if they pull this one off. And remember, this team trying to win, as you said, their first title since 1957. If they pull this off, it officially buries the Bobby Lane curse.
The final act of the 2023 season is at hand. What a spectacle in Las Vegas. We're off in Super Bowl 58. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
They'll start on the ground with Moss. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Now it's Burrow. He finds his man, complete. That's Moss. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
10 more there and another first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They will throw on first down with Burrow, and he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And we'll get it down to the 47 here. We're going to pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
Let's do this, man. Show what you got. Let's go now.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now it's Burrow. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Now 2nd and 5. Now Burrow. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A 5-yard pass on 1st down and another 5-yard connection there. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
This 2nd and 4. They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. Open man is Higgins. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. That is caught. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Levi Onwuzurike charging in and finishing off the sack.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll look underneath and finds Brown. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal will feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
3rd and goal, Burrow. This is caught. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
They'll try and run for it with Brown. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. So here are the Lions now backed up for their first drive. They're brought out by a former number 1 overall pick coming off one of his best seasons ever in year 7 of his career, now in year 8, Jared Goff.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand. To Montgomery to begin the drive.
just shy of the 20. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Defensively, Sam Hubbard, the former Buckeye, there to stop him.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 48 yards rushing for him now on their opening drive in the Super Bowl. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And a stop made by Cam Taylor-Britt.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it
up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And it's caught. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Well, when you're facing a receiver like this, you always come into a game thinking, we've got to put our best corner on him. We've got to find a way to get him off his route, limit his touches. But that plan, not working too well on this opening drive. It's already 2 catches for him, and this one, good for a first down.
Montgomery will take this one in. It's a Lions touchdown. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And
he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this. It's a close game here early on. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year. Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here with you as we get set to begin quarter 2. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll set up a throw. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that's going to make it 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
So on 4th down, on is Brad Robbins to punt for the Bengals. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. That's taken at around the 40. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7, and the Lions will take over. David Montgomery and the Lions about set to begin this next series. You see the numbers, all those carries. If you get that many carries in the drive, you better finish it with a touchdown, and he did.
Yeah, and deservedly so, right? Because we've seen times like the Carolina Panthers, sometimes Jonathan Stewart to carry the ball all the way down, and then Cam, he's such a great goal line runner, he'll carry it in. But in this case, though, that didn't happen. The fellow lugging the load, he's the one who got to reap the reward.
Yeah, there was no touchdown vulture here. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And the ball is knocked out. Well, it looks like one of the DBs has it. But they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. And now, before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Gibbs straight ahead, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Goff now to throw. And right with it here over the middle. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 25-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, Goff. Going underneath, Gibbs has it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
They'll run with Montgomery. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. To throw is Goff. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. Goff now looks to throw. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Khalif Raymond from 4 yards out. And the Lions continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Here's Burrow. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now Burrow on first down. This pass complete to Higgins. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. From the 46, here's 2nd and 4. Burrow looking to pass. Open man is Chase, complete. And Chase going to pick up a Bengals first down as he'll be brought down at the 37. 9 yards that time. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll give this up the middle to Brown. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
The Lions and Jared Goff about ready to take over once more. He's been perfect through the air, 9 of 9 so far, including that touchdown on the last drive. As his guys start again, 1st and 10. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Second down and 8. This is Brown going up the middle. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 29. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves them with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Burrow will throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
2nd down and 6 now. Now it's Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And 3rd and 1 now.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Lions will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
You see David Montgomery heading back out to begin the drive. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Goff's throw complete there to St. Brown. And he'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Here's Goff. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Well, they've certainly gotten him involved in this first half, and on 3rd down, they looked his way again. And what a delight for his quarterback to find him and keep the drive moving.
A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Back to throw, Goff. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Goff. Now into a sea of defenders, had intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals will take over possession here up at the 44. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you've got a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Well, still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
1st down. Here's Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Now Burrow. Here's Higgins out on the right side. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. He'll look underneath and finds Brown. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, so that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Trenton Irwin from 10 yards out. And the Bengals are on the board here in this Super Bowl. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And the Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, back to you two in just a bit. But first, welcome everyone to downtown Orlando and our EA Sports Halftime Report. In that first half, it was David Montgomery who proved to be tough to stop. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
Now Goff on first down. That is caught by Laporta. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now a give running right is Montgomery. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 88 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front and then maybe climbing to the second level, that offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the second level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
And making those linemen work with a couple of blocks. They look good doing it there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
He's got right on the short throw. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there, and if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Across the line and to the ball quickly there, Trey Hendrickson.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
To throw is Goff. And his throw is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Goff now looking to throw. And this one is incomplete. And that'll bring up fourth down as his Cincy defense stands up on third.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a fourth down.
Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 34. Badgley able to punch this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Open man is Higgins. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Here's Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. They're backed up here. Tough spot. 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Burrow. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
It's taken to the 26. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Well, a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, partner, there's a pretty easy explanation for his success in this one. He's very comfortable throwing the football. Did you just see that one? In the pocket, no real pressure, yet to be sacked today. When he's that comfortable, that leads to those types of completions.
Going up the gut, Montgomery. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 99 yards rushing for him now, a big part of why they lead in this Super Bowl.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now it's Goff off the bootleg. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down. Montgomery fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Goff on third down. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. So no gain on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Fourth down to give to Gibbs. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The Lions turned away on fourth down, and the Bengals will get the football back.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on fourth down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. Burrow looking to pass. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now Burrow on first down. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
On second down, Burrow. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
They'll run here with Moss. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Burrow will throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Now it's Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals! It's T. Higgins with a touchdown pass from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals have cut it back within a score. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
McPherson on for the point after. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it was T. Higgins who capped the drive with the touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Throw caught by Raymond.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Here's Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Goff. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
On 1st down, they'll start out with Moss.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium in Super Bowl 58.
We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
This is 2nd and 8. Folks, welcome back to the biggest stage in sports, the Super Bowl, and now we get down to the good stuff, the 4th and final quarter.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Now it's Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Burrow. They'll run the screen with Moss. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Connecting on the out route here with Higgins. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
The offense on third down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Decent gain on the scramble of 6, but now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big third down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game, 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll begin by dropping it off to Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 114 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And this will wind up a Lions first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw going into the hands of Williams. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. From the 50, it's Goff. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
Now Goff. And that will be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Here comes the Lions punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. And out now, here come the Bengals.
And this could become a career-defining drive for some. Down 3, fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. This is where the legends are made in the National Football League as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Moss. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try to find some targets in the open field downfield.
And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kirby Joseph. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. Touchdown!
Jared Goff to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And the Lions are starting to pull away in the fourth quarter of this Super Bowl. We talked so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over. And here a late turnover leads to a fourth quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This taken in at the goal line.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And we're at the time in the Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. They'll run a draw now with Moss. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. And he's got his man on the out route. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 36. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
To go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. This pass complete to Higgins. He's got room to roam. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. T. Higgins, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. He caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Throwing on third, Goff. And that's incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Jones on the return. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Cincinnati set to take over once again. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
2nd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now back to throw. Incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 15. He'll drop to throw. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Goff now looking to throw. Open man is Raymond. He's got it. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
But there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
Third and 2, Goff. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3 points separating these two, so 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking come up 1st and 10. They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Montgomery on the counter. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Now Goff. That is caught. And he will have a Lions first down, and that's the one that should seal a victory. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout.
I don't know why we did it, but we went to their walkthrough for some reason, and what did we see? Their last play in walkthrough was taking a knee and celebrating winning a Super Bowl. They wanted that visualization. They did it for real.
Yeah, they just scripted it out. Defense can't stop the clock, and they can watch the final seconds tick. And the Lions, yes, the Detroit Lions, have won the Super Bowl. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.